Now comes the fun part, where we're going to add the complex tabs, and we're going to nest a couple of cool features into our tabs so that we have a 3-tab like this, and we can switch in between them, revealing different types of content, which will be some other cool responsive functions. And you'll see how easily you can create something complex with a powerful drag and drop site builder like Webflow. So first of all, I'm going to give this a class of tabs, and then I'm going to center it up so that our tabs align in the center. And I'm going to change the title of these. This will be our responsive slider. And this is going to be a lightbox image. And last, a contact form. So we're going to make a slider element, which has a large preview of a phone that can slide like a slideshow. And on mobile devices, like the tablet and phones, it will be touch activated, so you don't have to click the buttons, but you can just swipe with your finger to activate the slider. And for the light boxes, you'll be able to click on the images and it will pop up a full screen light box of your image, just like it sounds. And for the contact form, it will be a responsive contact form that will fit perfectly on the desktop, on the iPad, and the smaller screen sizes of the phones. So to begin this, let's begin with the responsive slider. So I'm going to open the add element and drag in a slider into our content right here. And here is our slider element. As we can see, it has a slight gray opacity on the background. And let's go ahead and take care of that by looking at the breadcrumbs down here. I want to select the slider, and then I want to give a class to my slider. I'm going to class it slider. Very straightforward. And then I'm going to take away the background, make it transparent. And we can also take away the nav. Just delete that. We don't need that for now. So what I want to do now is add a class to the first slide. I'm simply going to class that slide. And with the slide class created, what I'm going to do next is drag in my phone image into here. So I'm going to locate that and just drag it in. And there's my phone image. It's uploaded. And as we can see, it's cutting off right here due to the slider height. I'm going to take care of that in a second. But first, let's take care of the width here. I'm going to set this to be 50%, which is going to scale it down by half. And then I'm going to go to my slider, which I added a class to, and I'm going to center the content so that the phone lines up in the center. And then I'm going to go down to my breadcrumbs again and select the slider. And by default, the slider is set to 300 pixels in height. I just want to change that to auto so that the height will automatically adjust depending on the height of whatever content is in. So if I do this by 70, you see it will change the height of the entire slider automatically. So with that done, what I want to do next is just duplicate this image into the slide 2 so that we have now 2 slides. And what I would do then is give this the same class of slide, and it will copy the properties over to that slide. So now when we preview it, you can see a functional slideshow like so. And while we're at it, I'm gonna go down into the tabs content right here and give that a class as well, tabs content. And I'm gonna add some padding to the inside. 30 pixels will be perfect. Okay. With that done, I believe the responsive slider is perfected, and we can move on to the next step, which will be adding the lightbox images. And we're gonna throw in the lightbox images into a columns to make it responsive for the smaller screens. So let's move forward, and I'll see you in the next lecture.